Hi, I'm Chris Senn, and welcome to my I'm 30 years old. I live in Kailua, Kona, Hawaii, the Big Island, with my family, my wife Michelle, and my two boys, Anakin and Julian. I moved to Hawaii in August. Me and my wife just decided to move out here just to kind of get away from everything. It's just, you got the ocean every day. It's always warm. There's fruit trees growing everywhere. Everyone's nice and friendly, really laid back, slow pace. No one's really in a hurry. The cool thing about Kona is it's not really one of the more popular islands to go surfing on just because of the reef, and there's not like huge perfect waves all the time. You can just go for a little drive and go down these little dirt roads and drive through a lava field or something like that. And you can go to these little secluded beaches that not too many people really go to. There'll usually be some local people there that know how to get to them because they're kind of a secret, but they're nice. You can just go out there and surf with your family at some of these places and just hang out on the beach all day with no one around, no city or nothing. I probably shouldn't be talking about it. It's kind of a little secret in Kona that there's all these surf spots right there in town. You just got to know how to get to the crazy little dirt road to get there. We kind of both started surfing at the same time. Just started to learn how to do it over on the mainland, and then we moved out there and I started getting into it a lot, going out every day, and Anakin was kind of going out with me a little bit, but he get kind of freaked out at first just because it's really rocky in Hawaii. You fall, you get cut up really easy. It's pretty much every day you go out, you're gonna get your feet cut a little bit or something like that's gonna happen. But he's slowly getting it. He's kind of getting over the fear and learning the way the water works and which way the current goes. And he's just coming into it. It's just getting cool. Pretty soon he'll be out there with us surfing bigger waves, and he'll probably be better than me one day. And I can't wait for Julian to get out there either, because that'll be cool, just to watch him go. Just watch him grow. It's cool, man. It's probably one of the best things you can do with your kids. Me and my friend Grant, and we were just hanging out in Hawaii one day. There's no waves. Got these stupid little quarter pipes to skate, so I was like, man, let's go get some wood. Let's just do it. And then it just so happened that Tosh and Susky and a couple other friends were coming out.
America flew us out to Hawaii to go try to film and get a couple tricks and photos with Brian Gaberman. And we ended up just going straight to work in the back of Senn Dog's yard.
Right when everyone showed up, we had the foundation already started, and it's just like a light bulb went off in my head. Oh, dang, I got all these guys here, and we're building the ramp. Why don't we just make everyone go to work and get this ramp done? And it just worked out. We just started building it with kind of no forethought. We just started putting stuff together. We didn't have all the wood. We just started building it.
We saw the potential in the ramp. Senn Dog didn't have all the funds, so we ended up getting a pot all together, and I kind of encouraged everyone to throw in. Pretty much it rains off and on like Florida or something like that, the East Coast kind of.
So we got a little rained out. We worked on the ramp for a little bit. Started getting itchy, started dry, you know, we're like, oh, Chris knows this ditch down the road, and we're like.
And then we skated down to, there's a beach called Banyans. And across the street from there, there's a little rainage ditch. It took us a while to clean the ditch out. It was kind of gnarly. We got Anakin in there sweeping it out, and then he was actually charging it that day, like busting out, trying to do ollies and stuff like that. I don't know if you can tell, but the ditch is super gnarly to skate. It's really, really rough in the bottom. There's like these cement pebbles like tarred in, go through the little jungle tree thing and carve over this ditch thing. And there's kind of sketchy little trannies. There's a little hip thing, you can ollie on it. Like the ditch goes down, and where it goes under the road, there's a little tunnel and like a transition curb thing over the tunnel, and I want to grind it, but it's just wrong. The transition is just a little bit off to where you can't really get on it right. There's a guardrail that I didn't even know you could do it, but Tosh ollied over this thing into the ditch, which was really cool. The Howley boy came and took out the locals. Brah.
And then from there, we just started hammering.
In between all the rain we had and our ramp building schedule, we have the little quarter pipes out front to skate. The one that has the lava rock coping, and then the other one's the super sketchy one.
Don't go away, because we're gonna see if Chris Senn's ramp finally gets built.
Grab some surfboards and like skate it all the way down to the ocean. It's pretty sick. Like surfboard in hand, and instead of putting your foot down, instead of like power sliding or anything, just like switch a surfboard so it's like against the wind and just like slow down like to a normal like comfortable speed.
Even though the waves weren't that great, we still had tons of fun going to the beach, hanging out with everybody. After the surf session was done, we'd go back and hammer some nails into the ramp. Senn Dog had a slave drive, and we just pretty much surfed and built the ramp the whole time. And actually one day we got to go out and skate Waimea.
So we went up there and got a little session in real quick, did some skating before it started raining. Then Michelle, my wife, she was trying to skate in the big bowl, and she rolled her ankle, finally got her up on her feet and got her out of there. And kind of just went on and off the rain, and Susky got a little backside tail slide in the bowl. A couple of the tricks went down. It was kind of a mellow session, though. And then the rain came, and we just had to get out of there real quick. It just, boom, rain again.
I actually snuck out, took a little skate lunch break while these guys weren't looking.
There's actually a lot of stuff there to skate. It's not like in California or in San Francisco or something where the street spots are just kind of more prevalent and skated often. They're right there. It's more of like, if you want to go skate something natural there, you got to really go out and get it, you know?
Other than skating, working on the ramp, and surfing, we got to go on this Kona boat charter, which is Chris's parents' boat.
Go snorkel in Pavai Bay, and you can just cruise around there, and there's little caves and archways you can go through, and tons of marine life. We had a good time, and then at the end of the trip, looked over, a couple people were green from seasickness, so I told my dad to turn her around and bring it in, and that was that. So we ended our trip out in the sea and came back in. Everyone was a little bit tired, but I just put them right back to work on the ramp. We had to get it finished up.
Pretty much Senn Dog had a slave driving the whole time, you know? just hammer away. Work, work, work.
I think that was Chris's plan the whole time. It was like, yeah, I want to come out and film this thing and let us all out here and like basically like hammers and saws like waiting on our arrival. He's sneaky, he's sneaky.
We finished it at night, and I was supposed to leave the next day, so we just stayed around to get a little session on it. It's kind of rough and slow, but we got to see what it felt like.
No bueno, man. Sheets are soaked. Soft. You feel the ribs.
I had to leave right before the ramp got finished to go to Australia. I didn't even get the chance to ride on it. But Anakin's there ripping it right now. Thanks to Senn, I'm gonna have a mini ramp to go out and visit.
Tosh missed the whole thing, and he worked harder on it than everyone else. Okay, so we finished up the ramp pretty much. We had a little session today. Needs another layer of wood because it got a little wet, but everyone's got to go do some other stuff in the skateboard world. I'm gonna go to Grass Valley and check out some of the spots I grew up skating, so we'll see you there. So our first stop in Northern California, we went back to my hometown in Grass Valley. This is pretty much where I grew up, where my roots are, where a lot of my old friends live, you know. This is the place I call home. Just growing up skating there wasn't really a lot of stuff to skate. So we had to just kind of like skate rugged stuff that wasn't perfect.
I mean, the stuff that you saw in the vids was just jack stuff. It didn't look like anything that we skated. You could tell that he was having a blast, and that really, you know, it translated into the videos and stuff that we saw.
We used to skate these spots. I don't even know why we skated them, man. I went back now and just try to skate them just to film and dork around. They're so messed up, and we used to seriously spend hours and hours at these places.
My name's Gus Cornell. I grew up in Grass Valley skating with Chris, and I have the local skate shop called Good Times. The Grass Valley skate park was just like any other skate park. It took years and years to get it going, and none of the actual skaters actually had any part in designing the park. What happened was they started building, and they put rebar in a bowl that wasn't shaped. We walked up and saw them doing it. We pretty much jumped in the bowl and stopped them from pouring cement that day. And we called the city engineer and had them come down, and we had to point out what the contractors were doing wrong.
Kind of just taught them how to build a skate park, basically. Like, they had the knowledge of how to work with the material, but we had the knowledge of how to make the design better.
Chris almost got in a fist fight with some guy, which was actually pretty funny that day. Me and Chris and Emil went and got some plywood, and we cut our own templates to the dimensions on the blueprints. It took us probably 4 months with about 5 people to shape all of the bowls, being as most of us work full time.
It actually saved the park, and it made it into a really good skate park. And that really changed the whole scene in Grass Valley as far as skateboarding goes. There was always a lot of skateboarders there, but there was not really any place for them to skate because the cops are really harsh there. They really get on kids quick. We first built it, and a lot of the kids there, they didn't really have skill on transition, I guess is the word. Their skill level on the transition wasn't that good because they all just skated street spots because that's all they had. You know, I move away for just 6 months, and I come back, and the kids are just killing it. There's this kid, Wes, now, and he's like the king of the park all of a sudden. It's just rad to see kids go from nothing to they just got this huge amount of power all of a sudden, and they're finding lines that I didn't even know were there. So yeah, it was a really mellow day. The park wasn't too crowded. Everyone was just enjoying themselves, having a good time. No one was really trying to kill themselves or anything. We were just enjoying each other's company and having a good skate. And then it was going good until this lady broke her leg in the bowl, and everyone kind of got bummed out for a little bit. But then after the ambulance took her out, we went back to it and had some sick, like, train rides through the bowls. It was fun. The end of a very eventful day. We saw a skate mom take it for the team. It was supposed to rain and it didn't. We got to skate all day with no rain, no people here. Had fun. Now we're gonna get out of here. So the weather wasn't cooperating in Grass Valley. It was just too cold and wet. So we decided to get out of there and get up to the city, try our luck there and get some sunny weather and skate some hills. Well, I moved to San Francisco in like '94, I think. So I just moved here to study art at college and just skate. And like, I had a pretty good relationship with Bryce, and he lived here.
The thing that's really noticeable about the guys from Grass Valley is they can ride everything. You know, they're not just street skaters, they're not just bowl riders, they're not just vert skaters, they ride it all.
I don't know, man, it was a trip. It's just growing up, watching Chris skate, you could just see it, like he just had the fire, you know what I mean? Like always just ripping, and he didn't care what anybody thought.
I filmed him for the Toy Machine video, filmed him for the American video. I lived with him for a year. Like when you're filming him, he just starts going. Like I filmed lines of him before where we'll plan out the first part of the line, and then he gets that, and then he just keeps going. He's probably like one of the hardest people to film.
Chris has been here for like a week now, and it's been raining the whole entire time.
Up here in San Francisco, we got some pretty crappy weather, but we tried hard, you know, chasing whatever sun there was or dryness, and ended up having to skate in some wetness. With limited options, we tried to go out to Pacifica, hoping that this barrier would be dry enough to skate.
It was super rough, but it was kind of good because it was sort of raining out, so the roughness made it skatable while it was raining. So we managed to squeeze in a couple little rock and rolls and grinds on it before it got too bad.
The slipperiness wasn't an option until your grip tape got really wet.
And it's raining again. The rain will not leave us alone. It's relentless. But we're gonna keep trying. So Justin knew about these little full pipes at this construction zone, and we went and checked them out and swept them out and started trying to skate them, and they were super tight though. Like you probably can't even tell from the film, but they were super tight to skate. They were only like 10 feet tall. But once you got the hang of it, it was fun. We were zipping around them. When you skate a full pipe, it's kind of the same feeling as surfing because you're constantly pumping, like you're non-stop adjusting yourself. There's no flat bottom to relax. You're like constantly moving. I don't know, it's just a one solid motion. It's a really hard thing to get used to. Pretty weird feeling, actually. It's pretty strange. You'll get whipped out. Okay, we're on our last day in the city here, and the van got towed this morning. So we had to go deal with that, pay like $300, and we got some sunshine though at least. We're gonna go up backside 9th and try to get a couple runs in before the rain comes back.
It's skating, it's the essence of going fast. Faster than you can run, then you know you're having a good time.
They call these runs backside 9th just because there's one hill that runs down 9th Avenue that's like a legendary hill that everyone's always skated.
9th Ave, yes, 6 Parnassus, love that run, man.
You can take the 6 Parnassus bus up the hill for $1.25 and get a transfer and ride for 3 hours on the same transfer. San Francisco, you don't really need a car. You use the buses and you use your skateboard and you get around that way.
And you're kind of at the top of like a little octopus of streets that they all kind of converge at the bottom into the same area.
skating the hills is kind of sketchy in the city, man. It's just like, you know, if you're not careful, man, you can get seriously hurt. Just be rolling. You ain't gotta push or nothing. You can just get outside of your door and just hit the road, you know, and just be blazing down the hills. I love that about the city.
And the feeling you get when you ride down a hill is like, it's like nothing else on a skateboard. It's kind of hard to describe with film or words. It's like something you just have to go feel. It's like there's no kick flips or switch stance, or there's no like style. It's just go, dude. Okay, so that concludes our little adventure into Northern California. We got a little bit of skating in between rainstorms and towed vans and crashing the van and ladies breaking their legs. But all in all, I think we managed to have a pretty good time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was my first hand.